All right. Good evening. Hope you guys are doing well. We finished up this page yesterday. I worked for about 3 to 4 hours to finish this panel, and this panel. So not too bad, actually. I'm glad I was able to do it. I like how this page came out. I think it came out pretty good. I'm looking forward to coloring this one. But now we are on to the final page. And I'm hoping that this one will be not too bad, actually. So we're gonna give it a shot here. Hoping I can get it done tonight. We shall see. The nice thing is it's not too many panels. This one should be really simple, and this one will be a little bit tougher, but shouldn't be too horrible. This one will be a little bit tricky, but yeah, we'll see though. Indeed. I'm looking forward to taking some time off from this project, though. Coming up here after this page is done. There's a number of other things I want to do. I don't want to start a bigger project. Well, smaller than it overall, but like it's gonna be a bit of work. I can do it though. I just need to be a bit committed as well. So what I'm thinking of doing is having a week on of comic work, and then a week off of other kinds of work and stuff. So balancing between the two. That way I can do more projects and still hopefully make progress. I'm probably going to take the rest of the month off before I start coloring anyway. So we'll see. Finishing it, yeah. Well, truth be told, actually, it's kind of funny on that note. Post-project depression is absolutely a real thing. Man. After every big project, even after every like batch of pages, I have to kind of take some time to recover, because like when I put it out, it just is like, okay, I'll just throw it out there, you know. And most of my projects, it's another thing where like a lot of my work kind of slips under the radar, to be honest. It's like whatever, right? But it is always kind of, well, it's one of those things where it's like, well, it exists. Hope people enjoy it. And you don't really, when things kind of slip under the radar, you don't ever really know. Boy, this sounds like old PC game music. It almost sounds like a remix of like some weird, obscure puzzle game. Now, yeah, exactly. But that's how it goes when you do original work for years and years and years. That's why a lot of people cater to fan art and stuff, because it kind of already has that reception built in. If you do it halfway decent, you know people are going to enjoy it. Wait, what am I doing? She's not wearing shoes. So I need to figure out. I should think that the toes are going to be covered up by the sand. This panel might actually be a little bit more challenging than I was expecting. Wait, is it on her right side? It is on her right side, okay. I'm amazed I was consistent with that throughout. I was paying attention to it, but... That's so easy to get that confused. I don't want to go in that way. Hold on. I rethink that. Shadows contrast the temperature of the scene. Yeah, so kind of a rule of thumb when it comes to color is shadows are the absence of light, right? So if your light is warm, then your shadows are cold, right? So if your light is warm, like yellows, reds, oranges, things like that, then your shadows are going to lean more towards blues, purples, greens, things like that, depending, of course, on the ambient environment. In a forest, for example, when green is hit with light, depending on the source, it pushes more towards yellow, right? Because you're bringing it around. That's warmer, at least on the warmer side. If it's going to be going colder, it's going to be more going blue, right? So we're going to go a blue light. And then subsequently, if we're in a green environment, you're thinking green again. So if you are, let's see, going with warm shadows for green, you might try something like red. You'd be pushing into red. And then on top of that, the nice thing about that is red and green contrast really nicely. So it would be a darker, kind of like a, almost like maybe magenta red or something like that, or a maroon. Shadows are only ever black when there is no light shining on the subject. But so often light bounces, light does a lot of interesting things. There are kind of exceptions to that, I've found, where if your shadow is in the, like a light column or something like that, then it's better to kind of keep that consistent. That also creates a sense of contrast where now you know what objects are in the light and what objects are out of the light, right? So for example, if like you had a doorway or something like that, right? And light was shining in, it was all bright or whatever, and someone was standing, in the doorway, just kind of looking over, they're gonna have shadows on them, right? They're gonna have a whole heap of shadows. Well, those shadows, because they're in that column of light, they're in the light, those shadows will actually be brighter than the shadows, say, outside of that scene. So this would be more, if this is a warm light, these shadows would also be warm. So playing around with stuff like that really helps. Not crazy about this. am I gonna do? I'm actually thinking. I'm actually gonna shrink that down. It would actually be out. Starting to look weird. I need to rethink this. Try doing this. Why do I get the feeling I'm going to be drawing feet for the next hour? That's alternatively. Let's see what this looks like when I go through with it, but I might be in the mood for just covering the feed. Although, I think that would happen. Yeah, no, I'm almost certain that would. I might not have to draw the feet. It might be for the better. Considering I can't seem to get the shape right. But it's hey, Machi. Good to see you. think about this logically. Am I gonna be able to draw her face tonight? We'll see. We shall see. I hope so. Doggone, man, that was annoying. As long as we don't go into another conversation about the disparity of AI, then I should be fine. I actually feel like I got really comfortable drawing her face yesterday. I was able to do it pretty consistently across these 3 panels. Actually, I'm still really happy with how this one turned out, actually. Not perfect, but a lot going on here that I like. So, pretty happy with that. Right now, though, I don't have to draw her face. Draw her from the back. This toe's... Her feet in general are kind of big. Yeah, her feet are kind of big. Let's try. Yeah, for right now. Something's not right here. Yo, what's up, last name? I'll worry about that later for now. We are gonna actually... The angle's right, just size now. That's better. this one. It wouldn't fold like this because it's not that long. Hold on. So this makes sense. I feel like, hold on. Let me think that through a bit. That? Yeah, something more like that. Yeah. This side as well. All right, catch you later there, video. Thanks for stopping by. Always appreciate it. Have a good one. I think that was the last song for that. As a matter of fact, it was. So, that's entropy. Let's try this. Every now and again, it's kind of funny. Those cars drive by, almost sound like they're part of the song. You didn't account for you. Oh no, it's gonna take me 2 hours to draw her face again. Oh, the horror. No, I'm actually feeling a little bit more solid today. And this has been a good warm-up, this panel here. Watch me fail the next panel here after I'm done with this. But for now. I think tonight will be better. Yesterday was actually better as well. I got the rest of the page done. And I am really happy with how this came out. That's at least like my effort was worth it. I am happy with how this face came out. And I'm happy with how this panel came out. And this one, actually. And this one. And I actually like how this is coming out too. Okay, there we go. All right. And this panel is going to really pop when I get to color. I have ideas for color. I'm really looking forward to what this panel means and all that. Okay, now for probably toughest panel here. Well, we'll see. I've been drawing her from a profile view a lot. I will say I like the shape of the nose and the head in general, so I'm gonna actually use this as a good starting template, just to make my life easier. This is maybe a bit big. I don't know yet. Yeah. Not quite like that. By the way, good to see you there, Kahuna. Hope you're doing well. Oh, yeah. Preparing for the storm. We got a whole lot of rain coming. Don't know if there's going to be any snow coming down. We'll see. I may or may not have tomorrow off. We'll see. This looks only a few inches. Yeah. Looks like it all just kind of became rain for us. But then again, it's also supposed to get pretty stinking cold, so we would probably rather have snow. Because what we're looking at is maybe, I don't know, a good half-inch of ice in the morning. So, we'll see. that. Thank you, Machi. The ear's in an awkward spot. Let me. Hold on. I need to know. Where's the back of the skull? The back of the skull. About there-ish. Hold on. I need her ear. Subject. Go to back. That's actually not entirely correct. That's funny. That's a small ear. Completely forgot the shape of her ears. 1 second, hold on. Okay. Hold on the lobe. So, a little bit like that. Back just a touch. I don't know why I kept doing that. That's not how hair works. Okay, okay. Here we go. Don't care. All right. Figure that out. I think actually the hair would be in front of the hand. Yeah. This would actually. This. Oh, I need to figure out. Oh, hold on. Do that. I'm really enjoying these new albums by Macro Blank. If you can call them out. Whatever they are, friggin' mixes. Um, that arm looks friggin' weird. Okay, hold on. That's not how this would work, actually. So I'm actually gonna do this proper. Like proper, I mean I'm gonna pretend like I know what I'm doing. Dude, watch me freaking ace the head and then fail her arm of all things. I swear. That's about how thin her wrists would be there. Just small hands. Just real small hands. I don't like this part though. Hold on. Her wrist would be thinner than that. There. actually. Almost the right idea, but I think actually. That's all quiet today. I gotta say, I don't mind. I love chatting with you guys, and I'm never gonna discourage you from chatting, but it does mean that I can focus. So I still got 2 more panels to do here. Man, I am digging this album. As far as sampling goes, this is good. Been busy. Yeah, fair. Why don't I see what happens if I... Yeah. The fun just can't last, huh? YouTube's gotta come along and freaking spoil it. Apparently it's complaining. Now that being said, last time it didn't actually do anything. So... oh, that's gotta be fun. I'm curious what the story is. Excuse me. Never heard of it. Red Rising. If it's something I'm into, then I might check it out. Right now, I'm still working through Name of the Wind, but I'm almost done. That is an easy read. It's like 700 pages, but I've just blown through it. Trust me. Yeah, that happens. I can't say I've ever fallen asleep reading, but watching stuff for sure. Are you talking Pierce Brown? Oh, Name of the Wind. So Rothfuss. Yeah, it's been interesting reading that book. I've been enjoying it, but I don't really know what to make of it. The second book is almost twice as long. Wow. Okay. You know, I could go for a good swashbuckling story. You know, something that might be fun to check out actually on that. It's not so much swashbuckling, but one of my favorite movies is a movie called The Royal Flash, which I think I've recommended before. And it's based on a series of books of a character. I'm really curious if those books are any good, because I like the story of that movie. Just I like that time period, the Napoleonic era and stuff like that. There's not a lot done with it, and it could be pretty fun, especially like an adventure story set in that. Because usually, you know, movies and whatnot tend to do, unless it's pirates, you know, so 18th century, or not even 19th century rather, for Napoleonic. Unless it's like pirates, then typically it's like period dramas, war films, that sort of thing. But man, you could do some really fun like adventure film stuff in that era. Man, so the second book is twice as long. Yeah, there's a lot. Well, there are things about Name of the Wind that I can appreciate. I can tell that it is just honed, right? But especially the first half, it really felt like it took him a long time to figure out his voicing. It's really interesting. It felt too precise is the best way I can describe it. It felt too crafted, reduced basically. Or near the beginning of America. Yeah. So like 18th century, yeah, for sure. That'd be. There's a lot. There's just because there was so much opening up at that time. The explosion of technology. It's a really, really fascinating time in history. And so you bring that into like a fantasy kind of environment, man. You could do some really cool stuff, right? I've thought about stuff like that for a D&D campaign kind of thing, where it would be kind of what would happen if the different races of, a very fantasy setting, orcs, elves, men, stuff like that, went to war the world over, basically. So a world war scenario. And I've been thinking about that. I'm like, that would actually be kind of cool, because they would be competing with just millennia of history behind each of the conflicts that have risen and stuff like that, and just the escalation of that would be insane. And then add on top of that the potential impact of other forces, very powerful forces witnessing this or becoming a part of it. I'm like, man, that could actually, you could do some cool stuff with that. Bunch of steampunk and gaslight fantasy. I'm not a big fan of steampunk. I'm not really crazy about the whole steampunk thing. Victorian era doesn't really do it for me. I don't know. It's too gaudy, be the word. It's too how to put it. I like stuff that has sort of a not necessarily like a grounded nature to it. That's not so much what it is, but like a very like tactile nature, a very like, I can hold this interaction in my hands kind of world. And steampunk tends to be very like, for me anyway, a lot of the stuff that I see. I mean, I'm sure there's stuff out there, but to me it just kind of screams facade. Mostly on the art front, I will say. I've never really looked into like steampunk stories and stuff like that kind of setting. I remember it was kind of interesting. So not too long ago, a short came out for something called Hullabaloo. And Hullabaloo is interesting. It's a project that's being done by a bunch of ex-Disney animators, like classic Disney animators, like Treasure Planet, friggin' that kind of stuff, right? People who worked on those films. And they're trying to do another... Oh, her teeth aren't right. No. That ain't right. And it's part of the reason I bring it up is it's steampunk. And I remember finding it like a decade ago, basically. Like I wrote a paper in high school, one of my favorite papers that I did actually, on the future of 2D animation, and that project came up. That was like 2014, right? And it had been like, it was like 2013 that the project started. And so frickin' finally something comes out of it, and I watched it with some friends, and I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna be honest, that's about what I expected. And It's not that it was bad or anything in terms of like the art and stuff like that, but there was just nothing there. I didn't care at the end of it. It was just like, all right, well, that's you sure steamed some punks, you know, like it just didn't. It was, you know, well animated and crafted and everything like that, but it just didn't care. Last Exile, haven't heard of it. Wild Wild West, I actually have seen. Who are we dunking on? Well, I don't know about dunking, but it was a project done by a bunch of Disney animators, ex-Disney animators. But it was like proper traditional 2D animation, as in like on paper, right? And then I think it was cleaned up digitally. And it took them like 10 years to produce one short. And it's like understandable, right? Because it's friggin' 2D animation done on paper, but I mean, now we have stuff like Lackadaisy that's come out, and a lot of other things that have come along. So it's not exactly, yeah. And it was like 7 minutes. Now the ambition it's a bit more ambitious. It's like they did a crowdfunder a long time ago. I think they made it. I think they got funded. And their goal was, they were upfront about it. They were like, we're not gonna be able to make a full feature film with this money, right? Like it was something, it was a few $100,000, right? Was their goal, like $700,000, something like that. So it's like, okay, that's not enough to make a film. However, that is enough to make short films that we can then use to pitch to investors. There's supposed to be like, I want to say 5 shorts that they're making, something like that. And the first one came out, right? Oh, it just finished. Also, we didn't get taken down. Let's go! Woo! I've listened to just about everything. Let's try this. But so the thing is, though, here's something that might kind of qualify it for like taking that long, is I don't know where they're at with all the other shorts. So they could have been working on all the other shorts and are just planning on releasing them later, right? So all the shorts are done, right? That's what they were doing. So it could be closer to like, over the past 10 years, like closer to like 40 minutes worth of animation, which is quite a bit for that style. Well, Magic School Bus is not exactly Disney level animation, their last name. You gotta understand. I mean, I will say that is a good point in that it's not necessarily that like, oh, like it shouldn't have taken them 10 years to do that level of quality, but it's like at the same time, work within your means, right? Yeah, trust me, Saki, like yeah, nah, it it takes a long freaking time. The Lackadaisy short, which was around 27-ish minutes, had a full freaking team, a lot of funding, and it took 3 years to do. And it was done faster. It was done using faster methods. That being said, right, like you got to be realistic about your goals at the end of the day. If your intention is to get it out quickly. Now, in this case, this is intended to be like, we're old school animators, or we want to make an old school animated film, right? Like that is their goal. And it's like, yeah, that's gonna take a long time. Like there's no long and short of it. That is going to take a long freaking time if you do it that way. I wouldn't have interest in doing a film in that fashion, though. I'm willing to do something that looks a little bit cheaper, if not a bit more unique, right? That's what I go for, is how can I make it unique? How can I make it? I can't make it. I'm not like a Disney level animator, right? Those people could animate circles around me, right? But my goals are completely different. My goals are to be like, okay, I want to take you somewhere else. I want you to feel like you've wandered into something that is otherworldly, for the most part. Depends on the story, but honestly, most of them, like most of my stories, even my more like grounded ones, I want you to go somewhere else. And so I think, okay, what are ways I can do that, right? Cheaply. You watched Duck Soup by the Marx Brothers? Oh man, that's friggin' hilarious. What was the Disney animator's name? I can't remember. Marcus something? I can't remember. He worked on Treasure Planet, I want to say. Well, I would hope so, Brunner. It's a lot of effort if it doesn't work. But I do appreciate that. Because yeah, that was the goal from the beginning. What time is it? 7:46. Okay. We're actually making not terrible time here. I'm kind of meandering a little bit with this. Oh, what's the short? It's called Hullabaloo. I think that the short is like, I don't remember the name of the freaking short. I hardly remember the short. Like, there wasn't very much to it, to be honest. I think that the next one is supposed to have a bit more story. This is supposed to be more of like an opening, like kind of experiment, I guess. It would seem. But yeah, it's called If you look up Hullabaloo, you'll find it. I mean, check it out for yourself. I mean, it's worth checking out at least, just to see it, you know, if you're interested in old school animation and whatnot. So I wouldn't want to like diminish the achievements of that team at all, like in terms of, I mean, at the end of the day, they traditionally animated a friggin' short film at least, right? Like, it's a lot of work, so they at least deserve that commemoration. What I find, though, one thing that I try to be really careful of is when it comes to stories and stuff like that, I'm a writer first and an illustrator second. Because I've seen so many times, I've seen this happen where they'll give the keys to like an animator or like a comic artist or something like that, and it's like, hey, you know, you make comics, right? You draw comics and crap like that, and like that's their primary thing. Like they're primarily an artist. They've never actually written anything, right? And they say, okay, well, I mean, you know comics, like friggin' make a story. And so they do, and what ends up happening is they're like, well, I mean, I'm gonna make a story. The way I know how to tell a story is through extravagant art, right? And suddenly the story takes a back seat, and now you're getting just bombarded with really extravagant art. Hullabaloo is extravagant, like the animation and whatnot. It's like, okay, that's high level animation, right? For the most part, relatively speaking, right? And so, well, like that's what I try to avoid is like I want it to be a story that you enjoy. I want my art to almost disappear a little bit as you're kind of sucked into this world, rather than take front and center and kind of like drive the boat, as it were. I want it to work hand in hand. So often seems like people kind of have a hard time doing that. Because they're animators or the comic artists first, you know? That's their craft. Writing's very different. Storytelling's very different. Yeah, the Great Red, that's it. Fox and the Hound? No, Fox and the Hound, I'm like 99% sure didn't have any computer animation. I could be wrong. It's been a long time since I've seen it, but that's an older film. That's like 83, something like that. It's back there. I'd be very surprised if there was any CG in Fox and the Hound. Now, Beauty and the Beast does for the ballroom scene. That background, I'm fairly certain is Fox and the Hound is 94. Hold on. No, it's 1981. Yeah. No. Yeah, 81. They, I mean, that's getting back there like around the time of Tron and stuff like that, right? Like, let's see, 90. I feel like something did come out in 94. Though. One second, hold on. When was Notre Dame? Oops, that's wrong. Animated film. That was 96. There was a sequel to that? Oh yeah. Lion King was 93. What all came out in the friggin' Beauty and the Beast was 91. Little Mermaid is 89. I feel like there was something in 94. Am I wrong? Hold on. There's a lot of live action stuff. Oh, Lion King was 94. I thought it was 93. Huh. Look at that. Huh. Let's see, did Lion King use any CG? I don't think it did. Even like environment. It's been a long, wait, no, the wildebeest might have been CG. Maybe. I can't remember though. Like one scene or something like that. I could be wrong about that though. I don't remember. Okay, let's do hatching here. Hocus pocus. Okay, actually I'm gonna tight proximity. YouTube's complaining again, so it might go down. Does I'll switch, but until then, apparently they don't complain. Not that much. No, I don't like that. That'll be fine. This on the other. This. This kind of reminds me of Rayman. For some reason. The second one. Music. Eh. That doesn't make sense. That doesn't make sense. All right. Actually tempted to call this here. Actually, hold on. This hand would be in the sand. Yeah, there you go. Dad's spirit is strong. Your dad's flavor this week. Go ahead, takes practice. All right. What do I wanna do? Okay, we're gonna call that good. I'm gonna do. Stay in here. Let's give something. All right. Now, this panel. Oh, I forgot to draw the knife. Oops. I forgot the knife. Whatever, we're out. Oh man, I am looking forward to being done with this batch of pages. We're gonna have to do color, and then I'm gonna have to do the cover. I don't yet know what I'm gonna do for the cover, but the cover's probably gonna be done sometime late February into early March. Yo, what's up, Lowdown? Yeah, come on. All right. Do I want to do this? Do I want him that close? And I don't. This is about where the knife is, but eh. Let me try it. Alright, this is the third time that YouTube's claimed it was going to hit me. See if they do it. Okay. I'm actually gonna have him. And this leg is going to be back here. Yeah, survived that song anyway. I think it's getting, it's hearing the sample. And it's thinking, oh, you're playing this song. It's like, well, no, actually, I'm playing a different song that's using that as a sample. As long as he doesn't use too much in the song. Oh. The RV up here. Oh, we survive again, chat. We're unstoppable. Famous last word. Actually gonna find it a bit more. I'll do the hand later. For now, I want to focus on her. Oh, I know. Yes, I am well familiar with the art of the pun. Let's see here. And I've never been proven wrong. That's how most things work. Oh, did I? No, I didn't have to worry about that, so I'll worry about this. I don't yet know exactly how I'm going to do that. So... you can get close. You can from experience on that one. Dang, it's on her right side. Why did it have to be on her right side? That means I gotta do the effort of putting in her bag. Good evening there, Gildy. Good to see you. How would he grab it? Because it's really small in his hand. It's a very small knife for him. So I'm gonna say grabs it with just 2 fingers, or maybe one. Nah, 2 fingers. One more hand. Well, that's not entirely true. One more real hand. One, two, three, four, five. Yeah. Oh, he's super careful about counting his fingers. Such an unusual design. OBS be doing weird things. OBS always be doing weird things. I think I wanted the handle to be a little bit thinner. Just to fit in her hand comfortably. Ooh. This sounds really cool. Oh, let me check something. Make more sense. Not really for him. I'm actually gonna say it comes more from. There we go. That's... Oh. How's everyone doing? I'm doing all right. I'm getting stuff done. So that's nice. It's kind of ironic. I feel like I'm finally getting back into the swing of things right on the last page. So, you know. That being said, I am going to be carrying that momentum into other projects though, so hopefully I'll be able to nice and consistent. I actually really do like how this panel came out. This is a little sloppy here, so let me at least get the in or the external lines figured out, because that's going to make color a nightmare otherwise. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. Finally get into the writing flow, then you have to go do something. Yeah, that's why I always wrote at night when I was younger, like well into the morning, especially over the summers when I was in school. Oh my word. Oh my word. I would write for like 5 hours straight. It was a good time, man. Honestly, I want to listen to this one again. This one is really good. Yeah, I'm actually really happy with this page. I'm really happy with how the feet came out. Happy with how this panel came out. That like totally captures what I want it to. This panel's all right. It needs a little bit more work, but I'm not done with it, so that's fair. I need hatching here. So kind of the purpose of the hatching in this style isn't so much to show form, but rather depth. There's very little that I have, at least in the line work, that actually shows or displays any kind of actual depth here. It's mostly in the color that I do that, but a little bit of hatching helps, especially when it comes to coloring. That way I can kind of rely on it, understand where light is, where it's going, and the alternative, the opposite. Considering going on a writing marathon well into the morning. Be sure it's on a time when you can get some rest afterwards, like a weekend or something like that, and you got nothing to do. I will say I used to do planning sessions for a story of mine called Creatures. I don't really share a whole lot anymore. I need to work on that one again one of these days. It's very different though from Lion King. And I'm not 100% happy with where it is now. I need to revisit it and rethink it a little bit. But I remember I was working, when I was in school, going to school full time, I was working on that story like 6 to 8 hours a day for a time. Oh yeah, that always sucks. Last time I got sick over my break from teaching, so I didn't get anything done. So I didn't stream over the 2 weeks, 2 last weeks in December. I was really hoping that these pages would actually be done earlier, but it happens. It's the way it goes. Hold on. That's fine. This is sloppy. I don't like this. I don't want my lines to fan like that. That doesn't indicate the shape. All right. And the wind has stopped blowing because things have stopped in general. That's something I learned from Kurosawa. Using things like wind to your advantage to tell the story. Telling the story with movement and environment. Very much an animation mentality, actually. Oh, that's fine, Maji. I consider this a very lurky type stream. Even ever since I really started streaming. Back on Twitch. Most of the time people would come in and lurk. So it was really irritating when Twitch decided, oh yeah, lurkers don't count. They don't count as views anymore. The frick you mean they don't count as views? Honestly, I don't even know if YouTube counts them as views, but I don't really care. Like I'm gonna rely on YouTube for any kind of thing. They can't even figure out what kind of music I'm listening to. I'm still not entirely sure why he has this strip of cloth on his helmet. I don't think it's like a lure. It might be, though, for certain sandworms. Because technically that's what it's based on, is like fishing hats with all the little lures and tackles and things like that. Otherwise, it might just be a symbolic gesture. Either way. Actually, you know what? Hold on. I kind of don't want the ring here. I want it further this way. Not much like having the ring. That's better. It is a little bit further out, and that leaves the head a little bit clearer. Any video? I'm gonna keep this one light. This is further back. I say, making it just as dense as the one in front of it. Okay. Okay. I'll go ahead and throw some hatch in here. Oh, no. Nope. That looks bad. Something more like that. Something light. There we go. Okay. I'm gonna say that's that. I'm not familiar, Kahuna. Curious now. Okay, so this should be fairly straightforward. Okay. Oh, Demon Slayer. Impressive animators, I'll say that. If we're talking like the effects and stuff as well. Models and then animate over the top and then cover the all with a lot of effects. It looks pretty good. I'll say that. It does kind of come through as a little bit cheesy though at times, and a little bit stiff, I would say. On occasion, it depends. The fight scenes look pretty dang good. Some of the other stuff, some of the 3D integration I've seen is pretty rough. Like actual 3D integration. I guess I would have to see. Honestly, I don't really have much of an issue with blending 3D and 2D animation like that. I've seen it done quite a bit. Like a really good example is Worthy Kids. Worthy Kids Big Top Burger does that, and it's kind of cool actually. So yeah, no, I think it's kind of cool. Oh, Fate series. Okay, I was kind of confused as well about that one, but you know, it's freaking anime, so I wasn't going to ask questions. Honestly, it's kind of interesting. The bridge between 2D animation and 3D animation is growing thinner and thinner, and I don't necessarily think that that's a bad thing, so long as the artistry is maintained. That's the key. I don't really care about the technology. I just care about the artistry. What are you doing with it that's maintaining that sense of intention? And does the result speak for itself? That's the other big thing. In terms of Demon Slayer as a series, though, friggin'... I tried. I was recommended it, and I was like, nah. I got through, like, the first season, and I got so bored. And no, I don't give a crap about how epic and awesome the second season fight scenes are. I care if it's actually a good story, and no. I'm trying to think if there's any... What is the newest anime that I actually enjoy? I think it would be Mob Psycho Season 3, which at first I wasn't super sure of, but like the first half of it, but actually I did enjoy how that one it finished out. I don't think it's quite as strong as like maybe both of Season 1 and 2, but it did it pretty good. It was a good send-off. It was well done. It was well told. I will say, Kahuna, yeah, that is Mob Psycho. Yeah, Mob Psycho was pretty good. I really enjoyed it. That one was fun. Or are you talking Demon Slayer? Oh, I see. You're talking Demon Slayer. Yeah, I don't know. People are freaking rabid for it, and I don't get it. I was like, oh, it's shonen. It is a shonen. Like, it's another shonen. That's all there is to say about it, in my opinion. But whatever. That's it. But what else? I've just been watching older stuff. Freaking, I watched Lodos not too long ago. Oh, around. It was Record of Lotus War. It was the first like OVA. It was the original OVA, like '93 or whenever it came out, or maybe it was '80s. Actually. No, it was '93. Yeah. Oh, Bakano. I've seen Bakano. It was a little busy for my taste. It didn't survive past episode 1. I liked it because it was just straight JRPG the anime. Like, it didn't even like try to hide it or anything. I was like, yeah, I'm down for this, man. Backgrounds look freaking awesome. Cheesy characters. Let's go. I'm down. It didn't overstay its welcome. It was only like 12 episodes or whatever. I was like, yeah, this is fun. I can dig with this. Just reminded me of playing older games, which was really fun. I just felt like it was, you know, I kept track of everything that was going on and everything like that, and it was neat. It was a cool setting. It was cool animation, but I felt like it was just rushing through everything story wise. Which, I mean, it's fair because like it's based on a book, right? So that's kind of the challenge of adapting a book. So yeah, I thought it was all right. It was neat. Glad I watched it. I always forget that I watched that one. I'm like going through, oh yeah, what series have I seen? It's like I never remember Bakano. I don't know why. It wasn't necessarily that it wasn't memorable. I remember it, but I have to like be reminded that I watched it. Oh shoot. Yeah, whatever. Maybe this time he put it on the other side. Okay, so now how am I gonna do this? I don't want it to look like he's just crushing her hand. I want this to have kind of a delicate nature. I've been wanting to watch Sword of the Stranger. Actually, I haven't watched that yet. I think I've seen the scene that you're talking about, though, at least part of it. And yeah, there's some serious chops being shown off there. Yeah, okay. So. I'm missing a finger. Shoot. Where do I put it? Here? A little awkward. There we go. That has. I'm gonna actually have him put his thumb over here. Laying across. And it actually. Maybe not like that. Maybe more like. Yep, that's right number of fingers. Okay, actually, you like that. Good. Okay, that'll work. But yeah, see, I want to watch Sword of the Stranger. There's not been any series I can really think of that I've been wanting to watch. Like animation-wise, in general, I haven't really been looking forward to anything. Got a werewolf in World War I. I am trying to think of when, or what I'm going to read next. Yeah, Beastars, I was like, I don't know about that one there, chief. I was like, Oops. Last Exile. Never heard of it. Hmm. Huh. I might look into that one. Honestly, I could go for something like Mushishi again. Something really like chill. That'd be nice. I really enjoyed Mushishi. Mushishi was good. Yeah. Healing anime. Yeah, yeah. That's the genre or whatever. Is that how long his arm? Hold on a second. I need. Yeah. Holy freaking crap! I forget how long this guy's arms are. I think they're slightly too long though. 1 second. This dude got friggin' arms for days. Lanky Kong out here. I don't think you'd want to play basketball against this guy. I'm gonna be perfectly honest. Yeah, being carved out of clay and brought to life. Oh, interesting. Girls Lester? No, I've not actually. I remember there was a really good video. I think I mentioned it before about backgrounds in anime. Still recommend that video. Internet Pit Stop. Friggin' fantastic look at just the artistry that is in a lot of those series throughout the decades, man. I like, honestly, like, Japanese animation is nothing to snuff at, but like, I really do think that where you can see their most just astonishing work is in their backgrounds. It is so amazing, their work with backgrounds. But he did mention that one and showed some of the backgrounds, and I'm like, I can dig these backgrounds. I still think the characters look weird, but freaking backgrounds are freaking prime, man. A place further than the universe. I feel like you might have brought that one up before. I will say, I am not. Wait a minute. Is this the same one? For some reason, I feel I could be wrong with this, but for some reason, I feel like this was done by the same person who did Made in Abyss. Am I correct on that? I will say, I don't fall into typical categories when it comes to anime. Like, I don't enjoy most anime. I have to go out of my way to find anime that is the most not anime that's out there. There are some exceptions, but few and far between. Yeah, might be. I mean, the biggest thing I hate is friggin' shonen. I can't stand shonen. But honestly, there are inherent things to Japanese storytelling that I can't dig. I just can't get into. Funny enough, not to get too much into it because we're gonna be talking about it here next week or whenever. But while I was reading through freaking Vagabond, I was getting that feeling. It just, there are certain things with Japanese storytelling, but specifically in like comics and animation, especially more like modern stuff, because like their movies, like a lot of the older like samurai films and stuff like that. I'm like, yo, this is like, I really enjoy it. I like the storytelling going on here. The biggest one for me is Standalone Complex. I like, I really liked just the way the whole world kind of worked in that series, and you have all these characters who are just like. What I liked about that story is it wasn't just tell. It showed you what was up, and what I mean by that is it's like, okay, you have like an elite team of special operatives who are this like police force. We're gonna show you why they are elite, why they are like actually good. Yeah, no, it's really good. And then on top of that, I like the setting of the story where it's, you know, this like kind of conspiracy. They're kind of uncovering this mystery and stuff like that. And there's a little bit of like philosophy in it, but it doesn't like overstay its welcome. There's not like it strikes a really good balance of talking about things, but doing things. Like there's a lot of doing things in that series. And that's kind of the big thing that for me, like a lot of series, like I just get bored with like all the talking, because like I can dig, you know, interesting concepts and stuff like that, but it's like, this is animation, show me what you're talking about, you know, in an interesting way. And so Standalone did that really well. Another one, let me think here. Probably the most like anime that I actually do enjoy is Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. That one was good. That one also strikes a really good balance, and it is very anime. It has like the goofiness and stuff like that, but it's genuine. It's a genuinely just a well-told story. It always feels like it's going somewhere, like it knows where it's going. Which makes sense because the series was already done by the time it was being made, unlike the previous series. Do you actually laugh at me is better? I'd probably disagree. Specifically because I don't like anime, you know? Let's see, what else? Friggin' hated Naruto. I watched Naruto with my brother. And he had already seen it. He had already watched the whole thing, so he knew what to skip. We skipped like all the filler stuff like that. I freaking despised that show by the end. I was just sitting there. I was just like, can the freaking war arc be done already? And we didn't even, we skipped literal seasons. I'm just sitting there like, I freaking hate this. Oh man, so yeah, that wasn't for me. What else? Oh, is that Barry the Chopper? Their last name? Honestly, like, there are things about Naruto that were like, oh, hey, that's kind of cool. That's kind of fun, right? Like, the best episode in the show, I will freaking lay this down. It's Shippuden, technically, so not the original, but it's the second series or whatever. The best episode in that show is the episode of, freaking, I won't say too much, but freaking, Shikamaru's grief. If you know, you know, right? That was the best freaking episode. Oh, now I'm curious last name. I'm not sure I know them. Most everyone I can think of had an introduction in that show, but probably someone. A lot of characters in that show. It's kind of impressive. Frickin' DBZ. That's another one I don't care for. I've only watched the abridged series, and I'm probably only gonna stick to that. I will say the original Dragon Ball show is kind of fun. It's fun to catch every now and again. I'm not gonna like binge it or anything like that. But every now and again, an episode comes on, you check it out. Yeah, that show's fun. A lot more adventurous. What else? What else have I watched? Freaking, I don't remember. I remember I really enjoyed the first season of Promised Neverland. That's one aspect that I can say that I really do like in terms of stories, is characters who are like in over their heads. Like there's no way you should be able to handle this situation, right? And having to like figure it out. I like stuff like that. Let's see, that was what was disappointing about Demon Slayer, was I thought that at first that's kind of what it was going to be, because, you know, Tenshiro, or whatever his name was, he is that even his name? I don't even think that's his name. Whatever the frick his name is. Like, at first it's like, oh man, he's gonna like have to like learn how to fight these things, right, while he's protecting his sister and whatnot. Nah, he just trains with an old man for 6 months, and then it's like, okay, well, he's Mr. Shonen protagonist now, you know. Like, well, that's underwhelming. Okay. And then there's like this whole like core and stuff like that. It's just like, wait a minute, aren't demons supposed to be like unknown? and you got whole entire institutions like ready to go to fight them and stuff like that. It's like it's a typical kind of trap that shonen falls into, where it's like it gets too big. It's like, okay, wait, hold on, this isn't cohesive anymore. And now you're just throwing crap out the wall, and I'm just sitting there watching, going, what the heck's going on? People start screaming at each other. Oh yeah, no, we're almost there anyway. I don't want to do this tomorrow. I don't want to work on this tomorrow. With the power of plot armor. Power of plot armor and screaming. We can do anything. Yes, it's on the correct side. Oops. I do feel like these last 3 pages, my line work has gotten stronger though, which is nice. I am becoming animation and protagonist of drawing. Right. Kahuna, I would just say, okay, yeah, you and like 30,000 other shonen animes. I mean, I get what you're saying, but I don't know. I don't care about like power levels and crap. I don't care about that stuff. And superpower, like I'm not a big like superhero fan in any culture. See, that's what I liked about friggin' Standalone Complex, is you didn't really know what the characters were capable of until they had to pull it off, you know. I liked that. I liked that they had just this nature to them, right? And they had to kind of think on it wasn't a matter of, oh, we're going to use this technique over and over and over again, right? It's no, we are good at what we do, and we need to figure out how to pull it off, right? Oh, Gurren Lagann. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I am getting that momentum back, actually. Technically, this is only the 2nd week after break, so I'm gonna need it for the next project, which I'm really excited to work on. Like I said, it's gonna be a lot of work, but it's gonna be good. It's gonna be super fun. All I'll say is some monstery kids are gonna get up to some shenanigans. So, looking forward to that project. Oh, that's another one I've seen. Freaking, speaking of Gurren, yeah, no, they did Gurren Lagann. Gynax with Fooly Cooly. I've seen Fooly Cooly, the original. That is a bizarre show. Yeah, no, I'm super happy with this page. Like, I actually feel like, I feel like this page is me kind of hitting another level. And I'm super excited to carry that into the next batch of pages. Because there were certain things, I think in general, this batch of pages has really pushed me, which is exactly what I wanted it to do. Frick, I forgot to put the hat there. I need to go back and fix that at some point. The hat's supposed to be leaning up against that, and I completely forgot. So hopefully I don't forget. Someone hassle me if I share the pages and they see that I forgot. But no, I'm super happy with how these pages have really like pushed me. I think that my skill has really kind of gotten to another place. Can't stand the studio. They're bizarre, man. That studio kind of marches to the beat of their own drum, for better and for worse. I will say, impressive work though. Holy crap! They actually did some of the work in Standalone Complex. If you remember the helicopter hunt, for those who have seen it, that was Guy X. That's a very cool scene. Studio must be smoking something. Well, I do know that one time they got in like friggin' just drunk out of their gourds. Started writing a series, and the next day just went ahead and freaking made it. General impressions, yeah. I recommend it again, man. I kind of want to watch it again. I've seen it like 3 times now. But it hit a lot of the right notes for me. I just liked the story and stuff like that. I thought it was really cool. That's why I like I said, just kind of conspiracy stuff. Oh man, another show that's freaking fantastic is Sergeant Frog. I freaking love Sergeant Frog. That show's hilarious. That's probably the stupidest show that I've ever watched. It's great. YouTube shorts. Yeah, I probably should make a few more, but I hate YouTube shorts as well. I hate them for the format, like the freaking upright thing. As in your concentration is garbage. Yeah, that's everyone in this day and age. That's something that I'm really having to fight with my students. So it's kind of interesting. Actually, I'm going to imprint there. The hill has a little bit more. Oh, that would suck. Oh yeah, no, I need, that's, I kind of forgot about that. I'm gonna be finishing that next week. Actually, that's a good idea. I could totally post that. and just be like, hey, I do these things, blah 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 blah, you know. I need to do her arm. This music's kind of perfect for the scene, I feel. Oh, that was it. Well, it would have been perfect if I was done. Am I? How close am I? Very close. Yeah, I really do want to finish that. I left it off. The animation's done. The lighting's done. I just need to do the background and the compositing. I need to figure out what I'm going to do for the background, though. I'm going to sort that out next week. So that's going to be really fun. I'm really looking forward to sharing that process. Hopefully not another sleepless night. Cider Frog art makes you want to play Pokemon. It does kind of have that kind of style. Let's see here. Screw it. I'll just put this back on because I just like. Okay. Yeah, we're not quite done yet. So. I forgot to put the fish in the fridge. Dang it. I always do that. I was gonna have fish tonight, but now I'm not so sure. I might just have burritos again. I could go for burritos again, honestly. That chicken I can thaw easy enough. Nice and quick. And then... Does this golem also play chess? Nah, he doesn't. Yeah, sorry, Bruner. There's not a whole lot more chess in the series. I'll say that. It'd be Golem. Golem. Golem is a character. And yeah, that's about the closest thing you can call this guy. Is a Golem. Should host a chess tournament. That'd be cool. I bet Brunner would be down to help. I still find it funny that I did this whole story about chess and all that, and I know how to play, but it's been so many years since I actually have played. Never really got into it. I just think it makes for a neat basis for a story. Uh, I really like how this page came out. I really like how this page came out. Yeah. Hat. Do I? Yeah, let me just take care of that. It won't take that long. Okay. Thank you, Maji. It really won't take that long. Let me, before I forget again. Besides, this music's cool. You heading off last time? All right. Catch you later. Thanks for hanging out for so long, man. How long have we been going? We've been going for over 3.5 hours. Nice. I probably shouldn't be sitting for that long. If I'm gonna be doing these longer sessions, I need to remember to get up. That's actually part of the reason why I did the little moon clock above, right there on the screen. Was it's every hour, so like every time it rotates, it's a good time to get up. So if you guys see it as the full moon, actually, does it start as the full moon or when it's closed? I can't remember. We'll have to check. But when you see that, if you want to yell at me to get up and actually friggin' take care of myself, then feel free. 'Cause honestly, I could use a reminder. Nice thing is this is actually a very comfortable chair, and I'm using proper sitting posture. All right. Now I'm yeah, it's on an hour cycle. It's actually like 58 minutes or something like that because it was literally like 36,000 frames. It was done in 3D and I exported all the frames. It took like 6 hours to do. Keep in mind, it was a very small image format too. And I was just like, freaking, I did it in After Effects, and After Effects is horrendous when it comes to retiming things. So I was like, screw it, it's 58 minutes, it's close enough. It's moon time. We don't believe in normal Earth time here. All right, but hat is now there. Although that's, there might be some scale issues. You know, we're not gonna worry about it, you know, angles or something. Fine. Why? Oh my gosh, what the frick? Gone, man. Wait. Just make sure something. Okay, everything looks like it's in order. I forgot to do the texture on his arm there as well. Boy, I really screwed up a lot on this page. Jeez. I think I was really tired when I worked on this page. This was a challenging page, though. There was a lot to it. I need to fix. I need to take some time to fix my website a little bit and the reader and whatnot. This is going to be done with the color. Okay. Yeah, this was, I'll say for a little less than 4 hours. I'm happy with this page. The hand was alright, but otherwise, I do like how this page came out. This page, this isn't my best work, but it's about as good as I can do right now. And I do like how the pipes came out. That looks cool. This page came out all right. Let's go through real quick. Page 1. Has it? Oh, you heading out, Maji? All right, catch you later. I'm not going to be up for too much longer. I'm just looking at the page here. I do like how this panel came out. I will say color is going to be a bit of a process. It might take all of February to do. We'll see. We'll see how fast I can do it. Where's 6 at? Seven. This was before I had quite figured out her hair. 8. Eight, 9. Ten. Eleven. and 12. Yeah, I think it'll work. Whew. Okay. Jeez, that was a lot of work. Man, 12 pages, friggin', that's a lot, man. When did I start working on this? November? Boy, was it really November? Dang. Wow. All right. Well, hopefully the next batch should go a little bit quicker because I'm used to drawing this stuff. So, and well, there is one part that's going to be a little bit ambitious, but yeah. All right. Anyway, I'm going to wrap it up. I'm tired. I want to eat burritos. You should too. I'm going to be back on Tuesday with more monster kids doing monster things, like breaking stuff they shouldn't and being little menaces. So, but we're gonna finish up that one clip. Gonna do the background, gonna do the compositing, all that kind of stuff. I'm gonna try to really have that done first few days of next week. So I really, really want to. The background shouldn't take more than a day once I figure out what I want to do with it. And then after that, we're gonna actually, have burritos. Shave. Thank you, Bernard. I appreciate that. So we're going to be doing I'm going to be starting a little short, kind of like another microfilm, with the Monster Kid characters. It's going to be really fun. I'm really looking forward to it. So I'm super excited to work on that. But that being said, I'm going to leave off now and I'm going to go eat food. So goodbye. Back on Tuesday. Probably either working on the background or other things. I also want to start working on other stuff, like getting Ko-Fi going, promoting that, which technically I have. I don't even know if it's the link down below, but it's TheAnimatedMoon on Ko-Fi. I want to flesh that out and actually make it a thing. So I'm thinking of ways to do that. Either way, goodbye. Thank you so much for keeping me company. It really does help a lot to have some company. But yeah, catch ya.